Okay, so in the last video, I talked briefly about using Aegis Reflector in the corner to apply pressure, and in this video, I'm going to go a little bit more about that. Once again, this is not a tutorial. I didn't mention it explicitly in the last video, but I put it in the description. If you actually want to learn to play Urien, don't fucking waste your time here. Go and read DrSteelHammer's Urien versus the World Guide. It links to all his other resources. It's fantastic. It's one of the best fighting game resources I've ever seen in my life. And believe me, I've gone through a lot of fighting game resources because I'm very bad at these games and desperately want to not be. Anyway, we're going to talk about Aegis in the corner here. Let me turn on my training mode script again. There we go. Okay, so basically, Aegis Reflector is very cheap. Urien is very slow buttons. They have good range, which is nice, but they're very slow. They're not like, it's not like Ken or Chun or whatever who can, like, you know, just fuck you up with like block strings and stuff. Urien gets like pokes, like little damage, but his nuclear option is his Aegis Reflector. I have infinite meter on me. You can charge 2 at max. And the best place to use the Aegis, as proven in Japan, where all the good players are, because everyone in America is garbage except maybe a couple guys. To avoid controversy, I will leave who those couple guys are as a exercise for the viewer. Yeah, so the best place to do it is the corner, because they can't retreat. So if you put an Aegis right in front of them, then... Here, let me actually... Yeah, so like here's like, use like crouching medium kick, right? And wait, fuck. Oh god, I hate this recording. Okay. Right, so there's some crouching medium kicks, right? And if I put the Aegis like right in front of him, and then he uses crouching medium kick, so he just hits the Aegis. Like he can't press that button, so I can like freely poke through him. That's a little far away, but I can like freely attack him from behind him. He just has to sit there and block it and hold those mix-ups. And because you get more meter back, let me demonstrate that. Yeah, so because you get meter back when you land moves, you get a little bit when they block even. When you're doing that, you're building towards your next Aegis, which you can put in front of them again, and then you can keep looping that. It's very, very cheap and very, very powerful. So that's what's called a sweet spot Aegis, and it's less exciting than the alternative, but it's also fucking... Oh, I don't have meter. I forgot I was on infinite meter mode. That's why I was getting Aegis there. That's called a sweet spot Aegis. It's generally less exciting, but more solid. It's like, it's the kind of Aegis pressure you want to do. You know, it's what the best players do. It's the smart stuff. And strong players will block some of those attacks, and that's just part of playing Urien because he's a shitty character. Not really shitty. He's like upper mid tier, but he's not one of the best characters of the game by any means. He's just really cheap. Yeah. So the alternative is a sour spot Aegis, and in this case, I'm gonna record a new recording. So he's just gonna block high here, right? So you can block high. And a sour spot Aegis, you put the Aegis directly on top of their head. Okay, wait, shit. I gotta do a voice. Oh, shit. Fuck. Recording shit. Oh my god, this sucks. Alright, yeah, so we're just gonna record him blocking. And basically, when you put the sour spot on top of their head, they can block high or low. If you hit them high when they're blocking low, or you hit them low when they're blocking high, they will get comboed into the Aegis, and you can do Urien's launcher move for a corner combo. So, like here, I put this on top of his head, he's blocking high. But I hit him. Okay, I was a little slow on that. You don't have as much time, right? Because when the Aegis isn't being touched, it sticks around for a very long time. But when the 6 hits of the Aegis are actually being used, either on block or on hit, it goes way much quicker. So with the sweet spot, you get multiple chances to mix them up for like lower reward, lower risk. Yeah, like lower investment. Whereas with the sour spot, you get like one chance, and if you're right, then you launch them and does a fuck ton of damage. Oh shit, fuck. Gotta record this again. Keep fucking that up. It's like double tap to record, one tap to playback, and my brain is made of wet oatmeal. Yeah, so that combos, and I get a corner combo, and I fucked it up, right? So there's kind of like pros and cons to each. Sour spot in general is a little bit worse. It's more exciting to get to your big corner combos that do big damage, but it's kind of worse in that like you don't have as many chances. It's not as consistent. Like Urien's meter is very, very important. It's his win condition. He needs it. And with a sweet spot, like even if like the sweet spot doesn't go well, they're still gonna have to block a bunch of your moves, and you're still gonna have time to like build meter towards your next Aegis. And if a sour spot doesn't go well, you basically just throw away a bar for nothing. The sour spot still has its place, and like really like you want to mix them up a little bit to keep their opponent on their toes. Like I think there's a sweet spot coming, and then do like a sour spot with an instant overhead in order to break their guard. It's all mental games. It's all, you know, deep psychological warfare kind of stuff going on here. Yeah. So that's the difference there. You have sweet spots and you have sour spots. And then once you actually land your sour spot or get a launch in the corner, you can do corner combos. So I'm just going to quickly demonstrate some of those. The most basic corner combo, all corner combos are going to come off your crouching heavy punch, the launcher. This is simultaneously the worst and the best move in the game. It's really slow, it's really hard to land in most situations, but if you do land it, you can get more damage off this single move than I think just about any other move in the game, assuming Urien has the meter. I mean, Yun's Ganagin combos can do similar amounts of damage, but even still, like, okay, so the only other move that even compares is Makoto's Karakuza command grab, because she can get like 100% off that in certain parts. That's a whole nother ballgame. So you get your launch. The most basic one is launcher, tackle, chop. It's a good chunk of damage, builds a good chunk of meter. It's nice. If you want something slightly more advanced, you can do a charge partition during the tackle to do launcher, tackle, headbutt. So you have to like break up the charge meter here to avoid overcharging the headbutt, and then you can do that, right? And then if you want the optimal thing, again, or the almost optimal, we'll get to that in 1 second. The almost optimal thing against Shotos, you can do 2 tackles into a headbutt, which is hard. It took me 4 months to land this for the first time, which is not typical. Most people get it much quicker than that. I'm just astoundingly bad at this game. I started playing in seriously in December 2019, and I didn't land this until April 2020, in spite of trying a lot. I was doing some things wrong. My execution is cheeks. But yeah, it's really powerful. I still drop it pretty often, but it's worth going for because every hit builds more meter for your next one. And if you end in the headbutt, backdash fireball aegis gives you a perfect sweet spot spacing, which is really nice because you can just continue your pressure. And chances are, if you land a TTH, you already have a bit of meter to begin with. TTH is what they call it, tackle, headbutt. Then you'll probably have enough meter for a sweet spot afterwards, and then that builds more meter, and you just loop it. There's also the ability to do a tackle headbutt. I can't do that. I've landed it twice against one character who is the easiest in the game to land it against. Q. You can do it against Shotos, which are Ken, Ryu, these characters, but it's really, really fucking hard. Really fucking hard. There is all of one person I can think of. There might be a few more, but I'm pretty sure it's just RB. It's the only player who actually goes for that in serious matches, and even then he only does it on one side of the screen where he's more comfortable doing it. So that's just that's ridiculous. I mean, you don't need that. TTH is good enough if you really want to play Urien. It's hard, but it's totally doable. I mean, there are people out there with very, very consistent TTHs. I've had periods where I've had very consistent TTHs, and I was actually good at this game. Relatively execution-wise, I was doing okay for a bit there, and then I lost it again. TTH comes and goes, it's fickle. Yeah, it's a hard game. Thanks for watching.